Road Atlanta is probably my favorite track out of the whole series. It's really well suited for our car, so had pretty good confidence coming into this round. You know, as we started working through practice, you know, everything seemed you know, pretty much perfect, and it was basically you know, just up to me to kind of hold it together through the weekend. Moving into qualifying, wanted to get like a nice smooth run through the first lap and you know, get some points on the board. We you know, we were first, fourth. And as the ladder went all the way through, we got knocked all the way down to 17th. Like, people start really pushing hard. So on the second lap, it just kind of, you know, threw it all out there. We were in, there's nothing to lose at this point, so we got pushed all the way back up into 8th place. Definitely one of the best qualifying sessions I've ever seen in Formula D. Normally, you know, the judges always say they're looking for style, you know, looking for angle, but, you know, they made a huge point about the entry for this track, which, you know, I usually try and focus on, but you could tell that a lot of the other drivers who would generally just kind of take a slow, you know, easy angle into the first corner were just really, you know, coming across the track and whipping it out and just running full lock down the hill. And it just made for a much more impressive show, and it, you know, just stepped up the qualifying, you know, through the roof. First round of 32, I was faced up against Cyrus Martinez. He's a, you know, rookie to the, you know, Formula D. He had a really good entry and really smooth through the course, so I just really was trying to, you know, keep a close distance but not get too close where I might make a, you know, critical mistake in the horseshoe. That seemed to happen to a couple of the drivers through the weekend, so just, you know, just tried to really kill it on the first lap, had a good advantage into the second pass, kept it close, and got the win. Top 16, got faced up with Sammy Hubernet again. Feel like I've run that guy about 35 times since Formula D started. Ran us one more time, and on the second pass, I just really tried to keep as close as I could to him. And on the lead lap, just tried to get as much speed down the hill as I could, because that's you know, the one point that they see, you know, the biggest difference in speed between the two cars. And Sam's car was just a rocket ship down the straightaway, and keeping up with him was the, you know, most difficult task. I think I just really got like a good run down the hill, and I guess he made a mistake and spun out and moved on to top 8. Top 8 was me and Kengushi, who was having a really good weekend. First pass, I led and had a really great run from what I was told, and he had a little mistake, so it was kind of like, take it easy and don't push too hard, you know, keep it together for the second pass. So when we were coming into the horseshoe and I was following him, before I even had time to react, I bumped into him. The judges ruled it in my favor as his mistake and moved on to the semifinals. Basically, when we had contact, the front passenger wheel got his rear wheel, I believe. And so it's a pretty strong contact, you know, it's not to the body, so the body won't fold, it just kind of rocks the wheel in. The suspension arms all seemed to be okay, but the wheel was pushed back and it was rubbing on the inner fender well. Bergenholtz guys jumped in and helped us out, ripped off the bent wheel, put a fresh one on, and realigned it, got the toe back straight, and hammered out the fender a little bit to try and make some clearance. They really helped us get back out on track, and I appreciated that. Moving into semifinals, I got paired off with Daijiro, who was absolutely killing it all day. I knew I had a little bit of an issue with the front end, so it was going to be you know, hard enough to keep up with him with the good cars. We just went tearing down the hill, and as soon as I threw it into that first corner, I just felt that wheel start digging into the fender. Every left turn on the course, which is about 75% of the entire Road Atlanta course, that front wheel was just digging and rubbing and trying to, you know, stop. So I was fighting against that, trying to run, you know, either on the lock where it didn't rub or, you know, a little under. It was just pretty difficult to keep up with him, and he was just killing it. I didn't really have much of a chance against him. From the semifinals, yeah, lost to Daijiro. I was paired up with Essa, who was having a great day in his, you know, new BMW. Basically, tear down the hill, same thing, threw it in, felt that front wheel start dragging, trying to fight against it. And he had a big correction going into the first corner, a huge understeer and then back. So I just kind of tried to stay close, but not too close, you know, at that point, because, you know, he almost came to a spin, you know, stalled out, but kind of pulled it back together and got back out there. So just chase him down. A little bit of a gap the whole time, but I think that correction was too much of an error. The next lap, the lead, I just really wanted to keep the car together and not have that front wheel lock up and spin us out, you know, so I was just fighting against that the whole lap, and as I was coming around the horseshoe up and down the hill, saw Essa spun, and so I just tried to, you know, take it nice and easy through the course, keep it together, don't spin out, don't straighten up. Once we got back up the hill, yeah, they gave us third place. Really love coming out here and having a great weekend, especially, you know, finishing the weekend on the podium.
Third place in the non-center drink Max's time 352, Chris the Force Forsberg!
From here we're moving out to Jersey, back to Wall, which is a whole different animal in itself. You got, you know, real tight corners, real steep banking, you know, no big entry. You're just kind of riding that wave around the bank and trying to keep your car off the wall. You know, the fans love it. They get crazy. They're about 10 feet away from the action, so that gives it like a whole different feeling than Atlanta. So we're really looking forward to getting back out there.